remains a Catholic of St. Jude's Catholic Chaplaincy, taking care of the abode for the Father, known as Divine Mercy Foundation, AGALABA. Today, we present today's divine teaching, titled The Divine Light of God and His Effectiveness.
Yes, you. The reality of you and your Father. Yes. Let your life, let everything about you be confirmed of who you are in relationship to the great God that created you. The reality of you and your Father that created you. There is a reason why He created you. There is a reason why each and every one of us, we are created on earth. We are created for our good purpose, for our good purpose. Yes. Have you achieved that purpose by which you are created? Who are you in relation to your Father? Who are you to your Father that created you? Which mission? Which assignments are you assigned to do for the Lord God that loved you, that saved you to this very? Have you done that? Have you accomplished that task? That task you put in your hands. You don't know that the reason why your hand is hollow here. Yes, there is as if this one is deep. You put a tax inside your hands once you are created. Some beers are heavier than others. What does that mean? It meant that you must perform that task for your Father before you go back to your creator. It's just like a child whose mother or father sent for an errand. You came back empty-handed. Halfway, you go back to the father. Painfulness everywhere. Without anyone accomplishing the task by which the Father put upon them to accomplish in life. Various tasks. Look at your hands. Open your hands so that you will understand what is happening. See, yours is different from the other person. Some ears are deeper than others. Some ears are flat, they say. Some ears are hollow, very deep. It's the task that your Father put in you to accomplish your task. The great task. But most don't even care, they don't mind. What most care is their daily bread. Daily bread. Once I have enough for daily bread, I'm okay. Without caring or uncertainty what they are to do for their Lord God. Ask yourself that question. Father, what do I do? What mission for you? What task for you? The days are here. The day is running fast. And you're coming closer to your grave. Most don't want to. Why? Because they are so eager to set out for their daily bread. Tomorrow they will be the first to mention that man does not live by bread alone. Before you know it, they will quote it first. They will be the first to quote that particular verse in the scripture. But still, they are afterwards their daily bread. Their daily bread. Stop it. You and your Father, He created you for a purpose. He created you. Once He created you and put that tax inside your palm. The next that follow is the what? The marks. The way you are created, the way you are decorated and designed. You don't know that there is a gift in you that will help you to fulfill that task. To make sure that you accomplish that goal, that mission. You don't know that's the reason for that your gift. That gift will help you. Is that gift He decorated you with? The gift will enable you to perform that task very well. Very, very well. The spirit in you will move pari passu with your spirit gift. Your spiritual gift moves in line with your spirit gift. The two are moving together. But I tell you today, most don't care. They are faster than their spirit being. Before you speak to them, to tell them the truth, they will tell you that they can see, that their vision is intact, that they can pray. Who told you? The answer is no. You know, total surrender is what matters. You, in relation to your Father. You, in reality, to the great God that created you. Yes, that is for you to perform that task. You must stand firm to perform that task. If you are not firm, standing firm, to perform the tasks by which He created you. I tell you, child of God, listen attentively. You'll be drawn down. The world will draw you down. The world will pull you down. Yes. Their interest is to pull you down so that you will not accomplish that goal. You will not perform that task. They don't want to see any believer perform his or her task. Most are drawn down. Most are confused. Yes, the first step for you to accomplish your task in life is for you to be what? Firm. Look up to your Father only. You. In relation to your Father that created you, it's you and your Father. You look up only to your Father. Yes. You don't have right to look upon anybody or to be moved by any other person. It's your Father alone, you and your Father. He is the person that created you. And so, you must live for your Father. You must be alive for your Father. The first step is for you to be firm for your Father alone. Yes. If you are firm, you will not be tossed around. Most believers are tossed around. They are tossed around. Most are tossed around by the elders in the church. Church members. Held in the church. They don't have the right to toss you around, to draw you down. You must be firm believer. A rigid believer, strong. Only alive for your Father. Looking up to your Father alone, no matter how it is. He will guide you. He will guide you. Someone that the Spirit is alive is someone that is firm, that is looking up to the Father. That is the first step. You, in relation to your Father, in great reality of whom you are, to your Father. That is what matters. There are a group of believers that are on the tasks of their life, performing their tasks very, very well. For you to perform the tasks of your life very well, you must be firm, you must be rigid. Yes. These are a group of believers and Christians that are on, followed by the second step. After you and your Father, there is a question you will ask yourself. The question you will ask yourself is this: if you are alive in His presence, what does that mean? That means that your spirit must be alive. Most their spirits are there. They are busy making noise. Most believers are fond of noise making. Talking too much. Your spirit abhors noise. Doesn't want noise. Your spirit is always on to the Father. Noise making is contrary to your spirit being. Are you alive in the spirit? Is your spirit alive? You must be quiet. Yes. That's the next question you will ask yourself. If your spirit is alive. If your spirit is alive, on to the Father that created you. Each one must be on to the Father. Each one must be looking up to the Father. Your spirit being must be on, looking up to the Father, longing only for the Father, yearning for the Father, looking up to the Father, longing, yearning. The same way that a small child is yearning for the mother or the father to come back home. It's the same way that your spirit will be yearning, longing for the Father. Yes. Your spirit, is it alive? How many believers are their spirit is still alive? Most, their spirits are dormant. And they are the group of Christians that make noise a lot. Make noise. Empty. They are empty believers. They are full of noise making. Before you know it, they will start a prayer ground. They will form crusade. They will draw everyone along. But they are still empty. They are empty. How do you know a believer that the spirit is alive? That is alive for the Father. That believer that the spirit is alive, that is alive and on to the Father, is a believer that is quiet. That is quiet. Very, very quiet. Very, very quiet and humble. Because that their noise making does not count in His presence. What counts in His presence is your spirit being quiet to the Father. It's your spirit quiet. Yes. That is what counts. You and your Father. A firm believer. A believer that is not moved around, tossed around. That is not wrong in any way, in any form. The believer that controls all his or her 5 senses. Your 5 senses must be under control for your Father alone. Yes. Your mouth, what will come out from your mouth is only to glorify that great God. You glorify under the great God. Nothing obscene, evil will come out from your mouth. Only to glorify God. Singing glory, praises to the Most High. your eye, longing for the Father. Yes, you visualize only everything, all that has to do with His glorious presence, His throne. Meditation in the realm of His glorious presence. That's what counts. You dare not watch anything contrary to His will. You dare not watch any sin contrary to His will. You dare not see or wait or observe anything contrary to His will. They are the believers that their spirits are alive to their Father. Your 5 sense organs must be under control by you, to your Father alone. Your ear must be sensitive only to the Father. This group of believers, they will tell you that they hear clear voices. They don't. The answer is no. The answer is no. Are you quiet? If you are not quiet, you will not hear the clear voice of the Spirit. The clear voice of the Spirit. As you speak, you hear the clear voice of the Spirit. As you walk, you hear the clear voice of the Holy One. Thank you, Lord. Silence. Be quiet. What do you desire? What are you yearning for? What are your 5 senses longing for? Most that call themselves Christians. Their appetite, their thirst, yearning for the food of the world. What to eat and absorb in and assimilate. You will only assimilate His glorious presence. His glorious presence lies the food of life. The food of life. That is the food of life. Yes. Yes, in the realm of His glorious presence lies the food of life. The food that the world is struggling for lies in His glorious presence. You hear for the Father. That's the question you will ask yourself. If you are on, you and your Father, the reality of you and your Father, your that great one that loved you, that saved you to this day, whose power surpasses all powers, who reign forever and ever. The Supreme Holy One, the Supreme Ruler, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the Creator of heaven and earth, who was and who will be forever and ever. All must turn back because of you to glorify God. They are rigid believers, clear rigid believers. Believers that are firm to the Father. Are you one of them? You, in relation, in reality to your Father, you have not started the journey. Are you afraid of it? Believers that are on to their Father are not afraid of death in any way. I tell you, they are ready to die. I tell you, they are ready to die for the Lord God that created them, for the Father. They are ready to die for the Master. Are you ready to die for the Master? Are you ready to die in His presence? Are you afraid of death? If you are afraid of death, you must start it. You must start it. Death, at the world here today, that death is a continuation of life. A glorious one. A continuation of life in His presence. I tell you, most believers are afraid of death. And as such, most stop their journey. As such, most do not perform their tasks. Most do not fulfill their mission in life. Are you afraid of death? You've not started. You've not started your mission. Your mission on earth. Yes. You dare not be afraid of anything called death. Death lies in the hands of the Creator that created you. If only your light is on. That entails if only your light is on to the Father. If only you are living being, a life believer in His presence, then the power of life and death that has to do with you lies in His hands. In His hands. May us really intend to enter as you. So that's all. And I'm afraid of death. Hear it today that they must stop that and look up to their Father. Take that aside. Wave it off you. Wave it off you. Come watch me. Let what will be. In the realm of His glorious presence lies everything. Lies everything. You don't know that nobody have the right to kill you if your light is on. Yes. If you are moving on, the realm of His glorious presence, if you are greatly embedded in the realm of His glorious presence, and your light is on, you don't know that. And still, you call yourself a believer and you are afraid. You are afraid. It's not started. How will you perform your tasks? How will you perform the tasks that He put in your hands if you are afraid of it? A soldier, a warrior, is not supposed to be afraid of death in any way, in any form. If David is afraid of death, he wouldn't have defeated Goliath. He wouldn't have. If Moses is afraid of death, they wouldn't have crossed the Red Sea. Yes. It's not cheap, it's not cheap. Here comes the light of your Father to lead you on. Here comes His glorious power to propel you, to lead you to where you are supposed to be. The level you are supposed to be. To draw you along, to push you to where you are supposed to be. Look at believers. The word lower level. Like baby Christians every day. Why? Because they are afraid of it. Baby Christians every day. Come parenting center. Stop that. Stop that and move to your level. And move to the ring you are supposed to be. Stop that and surrender all completely. And move ahead. Turn to me and see breakouts in your hands. And you are still wallowing in pains. Wallowing in pains and wallowing in darkness because you are afraid. You don't want to come up to the light. Through the light, you will move. Without the light, there is no way you will move. Most are afraid and they wallow in darkness. Look at them. Men and same. Always at zero level. Without ascending up. You are the cause. You and your father. You, in relation to the Lord God that created you, you must not be afraid of death. You must let go of that called death. Death is a weapon against you from moving forward. They will present that to you. Some will even warn you to desist and to stay back so that you will not be killed. Speak to them the same way that Jesus spoke to Peter in the days when he told him, get behind you. Tell them to get behind you. He's not referring to Peter. But the evil one that penetrated him to draw him back, he wouldn't have achieved his mission if he had listened to him. Who are you listening to, child of God? Who are you listening to? Fall aside and move on. Move on to your Father that loved you, that served you and created you. Yes, you must not listen to them. Yes. Your ears must only listen to the voice of the Father. The voice of the Father will not deceive you. Clear voice of the Father will not deceive you. If you are whole. If you are whole, intact. How many believers are still intact? How many believers are still intact? How many are they? Most believers have polluted themselves. Most believers are moving on with death in their life. Still, they are making noise. If you are intact, you will only listen to the clear voice of the Father. He's there, waiting for you to decorate you. Once he decorates you, will move on. You will perform the great acts he put in your hands. He put a great acts in your hands. Most neglected the acts of their life. Most neglected their duty on earth. But duty on earth is not to eat and grow. It's not to eat, to study. This professor or that doctor or this or that. Your duty on earth is to grow in the spirit and perform the tasks he put in your hands during creation. Once you are created, a great task in your hands to perform. Have you performed the tasks? Have you performed the tasks? Why? That's the question you will ask yourself. Move on to perform the tasks. Move on, don't look back. If you look back, it's a disaster. It's a disaster and pain if you look back. If you die. And the worst of it all, to die without performing the tasks. Death is glorious. It's continuation of life. Very glorious. You continue. It's not the end as most people thought. It's a great continuation of life. A positive one. You will still be alive. Some will think that you are dead. The painful thing is that during burial, the person in question will be standing where they are standing, but they don't know that. The person will stand there watching the funeral rites, the processes. If it's a person that is not put in the mortuary or embalmed, that person is the happiest of them all. And so stop that environment is death to the soul concerned. That's it. Mortuary is a sting. Stop hindering their journey, making their journey difficult for them. Stop. Let's all hear that embalmment and anything mortuary must be stopped. That you are hindering the journey of the individual concerned. A burial, anything burial, death and burial, is not supposed to pass 24 hours. It's not supposed to pass 24 hours and you end the whole thing. And the person will be happy. Live gloriously. Continue the journey very, very well in a happy way. And help the family members. And still help you more than when the person is alive. Yes. As in the olden days, mortuary everywhere, embalmment everywhere. Dirty corrosion, dirty killing, stealing souls. Look at you, taking your family members to mortuary. At the end, you bring that family member back to bury after some weeks from the mortuary when the internal organs are harvested. That's where they harvest the internal organs and still decorate very well for you. How do you think that person is? That soul will be hovering around, will not be happy. Tomorrow you say that you and your family are suffering after the death of their father or after the death of their mother. Why you are the cause? What cause is that? Is that the soul concerned, very, very sad. Why? Because you stop the journey. Continuation of journey. Life after death is better, more glorious, better than the physical life that you people thought that you were enjoying. Stop that. Environment of any form is horror, deadly to the individual concerned. Native form of environment is also not accepted. Some Christians, I tell you, knew about this, and they will resort to native environments to avert the disaster which they are aware of. That native environment is still not accepted. It's not accepted. Yes. Do the proper necessary thing just within the 24 hours. Then that family will move on very, very well. Because the dead one will help them. Care for them. Draw them. Help them to avert danger. Yes. That dead one will help the family members to avert great dangers. Nobody try in any way, hurt or destabilize them. That one will stand in between and prevent that. So stop. Continue your journey in His presence. Live your life in His presence. You and your Father. You in relation to the Lord God that created you. The reality of life lies in the relationship of you and your Father. How are you moving on to the Father that created you? How are you moving on? Influence of the world. Worldly influence. Worldly influence is another one that stopped the journey of most people. The journey of most people. Why? Why are they stopped? They are stopped because of what? Worldly influence. Worldly influence is who you are and what you are. And what you put on in you and what you ingest in you. And such, there is no way you will ingest poison inside you. There is a dent to your body system. And you hope to move on to your Father. The two is contract, not allowed. The two is contract, not allowed. I tell you, it's not allowed. Not allowed. You must come to your Father whole and intact. You set yourself what you ingest and what you rub and what you put on. The food of the world is not accepted. The food of the world is not accepted for you to move on to your Father. It's not accepted in any way at all. The meal of the world that you people call enjoyment is a debt to your body system. It's a debt to you. Contract to your spirit being. Your spirit being is not happy. Not today that your spirit being is not happy. Whenever you are eating and drinking the meal of the world. So numerous to count upon. Especially the ones you people love to enjoy. Those ones you love to enjoy is deadly. Terror. Look at them. Resort to natural. The solution and the summary of it all is what? Natural. Drink of the world is deadly. Resort to anything natural. Then your spirit being will be happy. The spirit will fly in your Father. As you sleep, the spirit being will be active. Most temptation that comes to you is usually during sleep. But if you are on to natural meal, even though it's during sleep, your spirit will arise and take care of things, and take care of whatever it is. And so stop ingesting dead meal and killing your spirit being. Stop that. Followed by what you put on. What are you putting on? The wall and clothes. Do you think that you are permitted to put on all clothes to your body system? You are not permitted. You are not supposed to put on all clothes to your body system. Don't you know that the world is big? Don't you know that the world that you exist in are partitioned into two? Real, two, fake. This is the one. This one you are existing in is just one of them. Don't you know that the big ocean, that another world like this exists beneath the big ocean, is dirty? That one is very, very dirty. It's very, very dirty. Partition of the wall. 4 great partitions. Only 2 is very good. The other 2, very, very dirty. Down the bottom of the sea lies great productions. Great dirty productions. Massive great dirty productions. I tell you. Look at people that call themselves Christians are even following them. To move beneath the sea, merchants beneath the sea. Yeah, they draw great number of them out for you, and at the same time you end up polluting yourself. Stop that. There is another wall and it exists up. Hear me up. As you are existing here, there is another one that exists. There in the island, very good. There you will see the rivers. And so why should you allow yourself to be dominated by the dirty ingredients, productions from the dark world, from down beneath from the bottom of the sea? It's pollution. Worldly remade that is raining now. See a believer. We confuse himself or herself. Please allow me to look neat too. I will look neat for my Father that He created me. I will look neat. You are deceiving yourself. Before you know it, that believer will put on that remade for crusade. And overall that thing. Then the pulpit, they will strike you there because you are on with their equipment and their clothes. They will strike you there. Be careful. Be careful of worldly influence. Worldly influence most often kills. Killing you is very easy for them if you are on to that. Dirty attire, dirty attachment of the world. Dirty attachment of the world is terror. Terror, dead to your spirit being. Watch out now. Put it on now and watch yourself. Put it on now, watch yourself and watch how your sleep will be. Dead sleep. You will end up in dead sleep. Dead sleep. That's how you will end up. They will kill you like rats. Be careful of what you put on. Be careful. If your spirit will not accept anything you are putting on your body system, stop that. Your spirit being tells the truth about anything happening around you. Your spirit being tells the truth of everything about you. Your spirit being guides you, and leads you on. But most have neglected their spirit being. Why? Because they want to make it. They want to make it. They want to be on. They want to be on. And so they neglected their spirit being. At the end, they are lost. Be careful. Believers are careful. If you call yourself a believer, you must be careful. Believers are very, very careful. Believers that are careful are believers that listen to their spirit being. There are believers that are very, very careful. You will only listen to your spirit being. Your spirit being tells the truth of everything that is happening around in and around you. Reality of life lies in you. You don't need the so-called counselor or mentor that you people are hunting for. Look at them hunting for mentor of big pastors, big ministers, big men of God that are ready. So that this particular one will be their mentor, spiritual father. Not allowed. Child of God is not allowed. Stop it. Mentorship of any kind must be stopped. It's not allowed. Those evil ones you are rushing to are dirty and deadly. They are not after you and your spirit being. Stop that. Your spirit being guides you and tells you the truth of all that is happening around you. Follow your heart's desire. Move on in your life in pursuit to your spirit being. Stop that. They are dead. They will steal what you have and leave you empty-handed. More than mentorship. Your mentor is your spirit being in you. Now everybody here and listen. And know ye today that your mentor is your spirit being in you. Your spirit being in you is alive and active, very ready to help you. Very ready to guide you and tell you the truth of all that is happening around you. Look at believers wallowing in emptiness. Why? Because they have sold all to their so-called mentor and the so-called spiritual father. And at the end, they are empty believers. And no matter where you are, and wherever you are listening from, I tell you, all must be restored back to you. Just do heavy reparation.
Carry your cross again and look up to your Father. All will be restored back to you. Because in his presence lies everything. In his presence lies, and all that is needed of you is hidden. All must be restored back to you. You and your Father. You and your Father. Stand firm for your Father that loves you.